What's going on, listeners? It's your boy Herc in the building once again, and we're here with another Come On Man podcast, episode 4, season 2. We got another special guest, my main man, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel.
Daniel, that's how you say it? Okay, I was just making sure because I know it's kind of fancy.
Yeah, it's spelled a little weird. I guess it's pronounced Daniele. It's Italian, but you know.
Okay.
Daniel's easy for everyone.
Oh, Daniel's easy for everyone?
Yeah,
okay.
Easy.
Yeah, so Daniel, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Come On Man podcast. I appreciate you showing up and having, just have a good time, have a good conversation and stuff.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. Let's get into the banger question. I got you a scenario, and your banger question is you're going off the battle.
Okay.
And the three main people came back in the purest form: Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu, all in the purest form, all at the same time. So you have to face them.
All three of them.
All three of them. So you're looking for fighters, but you can't pick Goku, Vegeta, etc., Broly, none of them. But you only can pick three people, and the people you go ahead and swipe. You got Krillin, Mr. Popo, Nappa, Mr. Bubbles, Master Roshi, Yamcha.
Yamcha, yeah.
Yeah, Yamcha, Android 17, Cooler, and Piccolo.
Okay.
So out of that lineup, who would you pick?
Okay, so Android 17 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He did really well in Super, and he does really well in Z. I think he could take Frieza on fairly easy, or I wouldn't say fairly easy, but it'd be a good matchup.
Okay.
Yamcha's useless.
Yeah, he is pretty useless. I know Krillin, he take one for the team every time.
Yeah.
And then, he gets to the people and then he blows up and then that's it.
I was going to say, I got to pick Krillin just because everyone dies in DBZ and someone's going to die out of the crew.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he takes one for the team.
He'll take one for the team and he'll probably take someone out with him. Maybe he gets Cell, and then Cell has to blow himself up or something. Mm-hmm. And Krillin's attached him for whatever reason.
Right. So
Android 17.
Okay, Android 17.
Krillin. And then, because I'm going to take it fairly serious, I'm gonna go with Master Roshi.
Master Roshi, yeah, Master Roshi is pretty good because he can get swole and do some serious damage and stuff.
I think it wasn't until Super that they really started showing his potential as far as his powers go. Because in Z he was just mainly Goku's trainer.
Yeah,
and just a little pervy. That was about it.
Yeah, I know he had a couple episodes. He just kind of took his shirt off and he was like extremely swollen and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh damn, he got some power to him, knowing that he's a dirty old man and stuff.
But the thing is, though, Majin Buu, man, I mean, he's hard for anyone. I mean, he killed off everybody twice, and then it had to take what is it whenever Vegeta and Goku combine again? What was the last one when they fought Majin Buu?
I'm not too sure. It's been
Vegito. I think it was Vegito. It was Vegito. Then Goku had to finish him off again in Super Saiyan 3 after he was already a kid or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Majin Buu would be tough, but me and those three, I think we'd fare well against them.
Okay, so that'll be Android 17, Krillin, and then Master Roshi will be your lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, to face Krillin, to face Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu.
Yeah, Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu.
Okay, that's right. That's a good lineup.
I don't want to disrespect Piccolo though, because I know someone's going to hear it and say I should have picked Piccolo. I would have picked Piccolo, but I know someone's got to die because it's the DBZ universe.
Oh damn!
So that's where Krillin comes in.
Okay, well shit, you hear it first, listeners. You got your Krillin, Android 17, and Master Roshi as his lineup to face off Frieza and Cell and Majin Buu. That's a lot going on. Okay. So man, what's going on with the powerlifting world? What's going?
So right now I'm I think 5 weeks out at East Texas Barbells holding a meet over there under the SBF.
Okay, you're in prep right now?
Yeah, I'm in prep right now.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty deep in prep. This is actually my first prep too, working with, I used to work with my training partner, Logan, a lot. Great coach.
Right.
Love him. Honestly, like, he took me from 14, I think my first competition was 1455. He got me all the way up to 1800.
Okay.
And was with him for a while and, you know, loved all the stuff he did, but I could, just my bench I've been benching 500 for 3 years now, which is great, you know.
Yeah, that's some damn good shit right
Love
there.
it, but kind of I want that number to go up. And have you heard of Jailhouse Strong? So I started looking into him, and he's got over like 2,600 pound benchers, and a lot of these guys before he got him were benching in the 5s or in the 4s,
Right.
And I was like, okay, this guy must have the sauce. So this is my first prep under him, and I'm loving it right now. Hit a 10-pound squat PR 6 weeks out at 690, and then next week I actually have a 705 coming up. So this week's a deload week. Just been resting up and getting ready for that big squat next week. But I mean, the way 690 moved, I think 705 will fly, and maybe even get like 720 or 30 in competition.
Yeah, this is squat or bench?
Squat.
Oh, I was about to say, like, damn, you trying to hit 700 bench? Okay, I'm about to say, like, damn, what sauce he got going on?
More like, I'm going to try to hit my best in comp is 507, best in the gym is 515, but really going to push for 520, 525 at this meet.
Okay.
But anything above 5 is just, you know, you're trying to get the total at the end of the day too. So you figure out how everything goes competition day, how you're feeling, and just go from there.
Oh yeah, that's just how it goes anyway. When it comes to competition, you just kind of base how you feel, as long as you don't got no like setbacks or whatever the day of the meet. That shit happened to me at Georgia.
What happened?
Oh man, everything was going good, man. We got there, the drive sucked. I'm not driving up there no more. Everybody
how long?
I think 13 hours.
13 hours?
Yeah, I was pretty pissed off.
You're a pretty big guy. I can't imagine being in a car long for you is fun.
Yeah, it sucked. And we had the biggest car. We had a suburban Platinum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was decked out and everything, a lot of space, a lot of everything, but just to drive by itself. If it was like 3 hours, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got there, the drive sucked, everybody was pissed. Had to make some adjustments. Went to go check out the gym in Georgia. The gym sucked. It looked like a rundown fucking warehouse. Oh man!
Sometimes those are the best ones, but sometimes they're not.
No man. So we checked out the gym. It was cheap. It looked cheap. It looked old, and we was like, okay, the competition looks all right, and everything got set up. We got set up. We got comfortable, and basically, I think the night before, I think it was on a Saturday, I got a damn cold and flu all at the same time, going to bed. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like shivering and sweating and cold sweats. And my wife was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, I'm having cold sweats and shit. And I'm shivering. I'm like, dang, I think I got COVID-19 again.
You get to touch all the bars now.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what the fuck? And I was like, man, so she had to fucking she had to Uber Eats some medicine, like and call a dude to go get some medicine, and I had to take some Dayquil and NyQuil, whatever, just to get the flu out. And I woke up and I felt good. I said, okay, I feel a little bit good. You know, I should be able to knock it out. And I got there, start warming up and started getting good. And once it got kind of heavy, then it was just like,
it's on.
Yeah, it was not really on, but it was kind of like half on.
Yeah.
You know how you put the switch and it's like kind of in the middle?
Yeah, when you're warming up for squats before you hit the top set, like you're gradually.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. So I hit that. It felt heavy, but I was like, that's a part of it. I'm a beast it or whatever. And I get to the platform and then I knocked it out. I knocked 2 of my attempts on squat and I barely made it. The 725. I barely missed it. I was getting up there, but I didn't have no more energy. So I was like, damn. And then from there, the bench was good. I had 2 attempts on the bench, missed 1. And then the deadlift, once I got to deadlift, man, I was like drained. Like the flu and the cold all at the same time kind of got to me. And it took me out, man. And I was just like, I'm in the back just like leaning. I'm like, bro, I'm done. I'm done. Coach is like, come on, man, we got it. I can't do it, man. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself if I try. So he was just like, you gonna one and done.
You're gonna have to kill yourself.
Yeah. So I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just do my opener and call it. And we did my opener. I barely got it, and then I tweaked something in my abdomen, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. And but to me, but we still came out top. We still got like a 1836.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was what your last comp or before that.
Vegas. Yeah,
okay.
Vegas was my last comp before this one. This was kind of like my end of the year meet, but it didn't turn out how I thought because it was like the cold and raining and all.
Was it was it like right after another prep or just from the day before? Really, just
I think it was just the day before.
Yeah,
because the prep was going good, and then once we got close to it, I started feeling good, and then the week of everything just went to shit.
Yeah, see, for me, it's always been during prep is when I have something like horrific happen.
Right.
When I totaled 1,700, this was 2 comps ago, I ended up hitting the 606 deadlift at the meet, but I took it 6 weeks out in training.
Right.
And could not get it up past my knees, and then I tweaked my back. So the next 6 weeks, I'm not even doing any deadlifts. I'm just doing reverse hyper the whole time. Just barely. I did an opener on squat and then just kind of rested into the meet. And then it was funny because when I got to the meet, I compete in all federations that are monolift.
Right.
I got there, they had a combo rack, and it was because they just did. It wasn't that it was a different federation; they were just too lazy to bring the monolift to the meet. There wasn't an email sent, nothing. So
yeah, so y'all just had to do a combo rack in that.
Yeah, just had to do a combo rack. Just had to walk a squat out for the first time in like 2 years.
Oh my god, I know that's
it did, and I ended up even throwing like a little fit. I think I like threw my belt because I missed a squat because my foot positioning wasn't right. But
that's understandable.
Yeah.
But the whole tweaking the back situation, that's my arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis.
Yeah, that's the arch nemesis right there, man. Every time I tweak my back, it'd be like 3 weeks or 2 weeks before the meet, and I'm like, oh fuck!
It's always the back.
It's always the back, man.
The back.
Yeah, and I think I'll be doing too much in my accessories, and then I tweak it, and then I'm like, oh fuck! Now it's like panic mode, and I got to do everything I can.
Yeah, the accessories, you always got to find that sweet spot because, like in the off season, you want you want to do all your accessories to get them in, and then once you start getting closer to prep, it's like, all right, because your top sets start to really fatigue you, so it's like. It's like, all right, how many of these options can I pick? And what's like, maybe the best option isn't after you're doing deadlifts close out, doing like heavy rack pulls. But that's probably something I would do and then injure my back on.
Yeah. I injured my back on RDLs, dumbbell RDLs.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'll be trying to superset it and do like 135 or 150s or damn near 180s and shit. Try to get that good workout, that good stretch, and then I tweak
and
it.
Then you overstretch.
Yeah, I overstretch, and I'm like, fuck. Now I'm back to square one. Not back to square one, but I gotta like do all the treatments before. But overall, man, man, the whole powerlifting thing. I got a competition I'm prepping for the Powerlifting Americans in June.
Okay.
June 29th. It's called the Columbus Classic.
Okay.
And it's in Columbus, Ohio.
And oh, really? Okay, so you'll be at the hardest strength competing over there. It's a pretty big meet. How many competitors are there?
It's not that much. It's like 90 lifters. So it's gonna be my first one walking into the Powerlifting America.
Okay.
And before I start doing all the bigger meets and nationals and stuff, I was trying to do one in Austin, but that one was too close. That was in March.
Okay, what was the last time you competed?
December 9th.
Okay, you like 6 months between your competitions?
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
But I talked to my coach and he was like, "Nah, that one's too close. Let's do something a little further." And then I found that one. We was about to do one in Arizona, and then they pushed that one back in July.
Okay.
And my coach, he's preparing to have a baby and stuff.
So he wanted one in June.
Yeah, June, because the baby was gonna pop out in July, and I was like, damn, it's gonna fuck up everything. So I was like, hey, let's do. And then that one, the one in Columbus, it showed up, and then it showed up at the right time, and I was like, hey, this one coming in June 29th, we can do that one. And then he gave me the green light, and then we just went from there.
There's a lot of cool gyms out there too. I know Elite FTS is out there with Dave Tate, Westside Barbell with Louis Simmons. It's where they hold the Arnold. So you'll have some good energy out there too, especially competing in strength.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the gym. It was like Pinnacle Barbell or something like that.
Okay. Is that the one you're competing at or just another? Okay. Pinnacle Barbell.
Pinnacle Barbell. So it looks pretty dope. And then I know we're going to be like close to the school, Ohio State and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I heard a lot of good things about there. And have you been out there?
No, I haven't. I mean, whenever Louis was around, a big dream was always to train at Westside Barbell under Louis.
Okay.
That was West Side versus the World. Have you seen that documentary on Netflix?
That's a crazy ass documentary.
So after watching that, really lit the fire, and I would have loved to go out there and train with him, but R.I.P. But he was I mean, just that intensity, that fire. I mean, we you've seen the guys I train with. We try to emulate that sort of intensity whenever we're at the gym, and we used to all train conjugate as well. So we've deviated from that a little bit, but whenever I would say going from 14 to 1700, I just mainly ran conjugate that whole time.
Right.
It's not, I think it's applicable until you start like, understand that your body starts to recover different when the weight changes. So doing those max efforts every week started taking a toll. It's probably why I tweaked my back 6 weeks out before that 1700.
Right. So yeah, man, but y'all group, man, y'all some freaking dogs over there, man. I've been seeing y'all videos and stuff, and y'all just got the little raps, and then y'all like spread all the way out, and y'all like, and I'm like, holy shit! I'm like,
wide squatting, yeah.
I was just like, man, y'all I feel like y'all crazy over there.
I know,
but y'all make that shit look easy though. But I know y'all been busting y'all ass like for years to get to that point.
Yeah, especially with the wide squat. I mean, it's so hard for me to get to a parallel going that wide sometimes because I'm basically in a split. So my stance is actually wider in my squat than when I pull sumo.
Okay.
And I mean, I can't deviate from it. I've just found a real good feeling where if I can get the weight down to the hole and I can keep it steady, if I just push, like if I just imagine like there's a paper towel in between my legs, I'm trying to rip it in between my legs. That's all I got to do.
And then bring
the weight,
it up.
yeah, and the weight comes up every time.
Oh shit! Okay.
So,
yeah, man, I thought that I've seen that. Yeah, y'all do some crazy stuff, man, and it's pretty remarkable to see, especially like you, Logan, and like the rest of the crew just knocking out some numbers like it ain't shit.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some good chemistry. I think I've worked out with Logan, Tom Kane, Joe Nathan or Joe the Bull, Mitch Deaton for like 4 years now, steadily. Training together. We see each other, a couple times a week. Yeah. Been training. We always like that, that intense style. Like, powerlifting was a very grungy sport back in the day.
Right.
I mean, I like that the sport's growing. Trust me, I got no problem with it. But whenever we were all following it, it was like, I remember when I started powerlifting, people would be like, they would try to convince me to stop doing it.
You had people try to convince you to stop?
Oh, yeah, because, I'd say, like, the heavy weight, the intensity, like, oh, you're going to hurt yourself, and which,
yeah,
I can, yeah.
That's a part of the process.
But it's just like with any other sport, you hurt yourself in soccer, football, so it's just, you're picking whichever sport, and, if you're an intense person, I think it's better to, let your energy out that way, because I'd say before I started powerlifting, I was partying a lot. And I was, and I was using that, energy for partying and not for lifting weights. So
shit, man. So what year got you into powerlifting? What year you walked into powerlifting?
So I think it was I was 21 or 22. So it was like 2017, 2018. I'd say probably 2017 when I got into it, and. It was, do you remember Richard Hawthorne? He was I
heard of the name.
He's like 130 pounds and he was deadlifting 600 pounds. His total was 10 times his body weight. They called him the Ant-Man.
Oh, shit.
So I saw him compete a lot in college and I was like, that's pretty crazy. Cause I was, I'm 270 pounds right now. I used to be 170.
Okay.
So this is back when I was 170 pounds and I was like, okay, I can be this weight and still get strong. So I started lifting weights, and then I saw Logan post on, because he and I actually went to we went to high school together.
Oh shit.
We've been friends since we were like 15. And then, you know, everyone goes to college. So he was doing his thing. I was doing my thing. But I saw him posting all his lifts. So I DM'd him, was like, hey man, love what you're doing. Like, you got any advice for me? And he was like, I actually have a powerlifting meet that I'm going to this weekend. And he's like, I got no one going if you want to go. I had this is actually funny. The person I was with at the time, we had like a vineyard trip planned, and I canceled.
Oh shit. So you just like, I'm not going.
Yeah, I was like, this is like a girls trip. I don't think I need to go. I was like, I'm going to go with my buddy and check out this powerlifting thing. And was at the time it felt like the right, and it still was, but it was cool. You know, went up there. We drove all the way to McAllen. So I didn't know on the way back from McAllen that you stop by border, or I think it's like customs.
Yeah.
So I brought a bunch of weed up.
Oh, shit.
I brought a bunch of weed up to McAllen, and we were driving back, and I'm in line. We're in line in the car at the
border.
The border, yeah. And I just dumped it right there. So it's
God damn.
Yeah, it was on the road somewhere there. But no, whenever we went, I just I fell in love with it. It was cool. I saw him compete. He took first. And then he was showing me some of the guys too who were competing at the time, like PT Fitness. I think he had like a 2,100 total at the time, like 6'3", 300 pounds, like jacked, but he was only like 10% body fat. And I didn't know guys like that existed or that was obtainable. So then like I just became addicted.
And you just got hooked.
Oh yeah. Started eating crazy amounts of food. I think I put on I went from that year, because it was like around the New Year's time when this happened. So I told myself my New Year's resolution was to put on as much weight as possible. Went from, and this was 100% natural, went from 170 to 150. Or 170 to 150, 170 to 250.
Okay, I was like, damn.
In a year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was just straight up McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, almost every meal.
So your nutrition wasn't like all there.
No nutrition. there was none. This is back when like
holy shit,
Kanevsky Fitness and like all these other fun YouTubers were like posting just like Callum Von Moger. I don't know if you remember him. Remember he posted eating like 2 cheeseburgers and a milkshake, and then he would get a lift and he'd be jacked and ripped. I'm like, I can do that.
No, that shit is not that's a no-go for me, man. Yeah. I can't eat Whataburger and go do a powerlifting workout because I will fucking crash and burn quick.
I'll shit my pants.
Yeah, that too, for sure. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, back in the day, that's what worked for me at the time. And then I'd say at the end of the year, you know, I was starting to get some bad side effects from it. So ended up cutting back down to like, I think it was like 210 pounds. So it was like, you know, in that year, still from 170 to 210, it was like newbie gain. So solid 40 pounds of muscle. And then, you know, just kept up with that, kept up my training. And then I kind of fell off from the powerlifting for like a year or so. Cause like I said, there was like this weird time, my whole family's Italian. So my dad's came over here when he was like 20 years old. My mom's whole family's Italian. So being big and buff is very taboo.
Really?
To them. Oh yeah. So like that first year, like it was almost like a revolutionary war in my household.
Right, because you just walk in, you're freaking buff, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I went from like gorgeous long hair to like I like shaved my head and was fat with like my guts sticking out super far.
How was their reaction?
Not good. That's why I lost the weight. So
yeah, that I know that was interesting for your dad and mom. They're like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Because it happened so quick too, and then like I was at college too, so it's not like I was with them every day. So like I'd come back from a break or something, be like, what the fuck is going on?
They thought someone was going up at college, man. Like, what you all right? You good? Yeah.
Like I'd be like, but my squat went up like 20 pounds.
They don't care about that. They care about your health and your appearance. They like, man, what's up with your appearance right now? You look like a damn rock.
I look like the Michelin Man.
Damn, man, that's crazy. So, like, when it comes to your nutrition, like, how did how did it switch up? And when you from eating McDonald's, Jack in the Box, and shit like that to like clean eating?
So I started actually like going in. I don't know if you've heard of Ben Greenfield. He's like known as a biohacker, but I actually watched a Joe Rogan podcast with him, and it was very interesting because he was talking about like, I didn't really know what glycogen was or anything like that, glycogen stores or anything. So I didn't know that your muscles stored the carbs inside, and then that's what it burned for fuel. And then if you oversupply it, that's how body fat and all that stuff starts to happen. So
Okay.
just learning little things like that. Like I just started eating more meat, and then like controlling the portions of carbohydrates with like, a cup of rice with like 8 ounces of meat, something like that. Eat that 4 to 5 times a day. And then I actually, Logan had so fast forward a couple years, because when I lost the weight, it was basically like I just kind of went keto, and then maybe would have like some rice before a workout.
Right.
And then I knew that when I would take the carbs in like pre or post workout, I was a little more sensitive to it. So I just focused my carbs around that time. And I kept doing that, and I was able to, I dropped down to 210, and I stayed around that to 220 for a while.
Okay.
Logan had reached back out to me because he wanted to take his training to like the next level. He was talking to me because he had this job that was taken away from training, and I actually told him, it's funny, he called like 50 people and was like, should I quit my job for powerlifting? And they're like, no.
Really?
He called me. I was like, quit it.
You told him to quit?
I was like, quit your job. I was like, fuck it. I was like, you quit your job. I was like, I'll train with you every day, and if you really get screwed, you could just live with me.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a homie right there.
Well, he lived with his dad, thank God, because I wasn't going to put up with this shit. I was just talking.
No, but damn, man. So yeah, damn, that's crazy.
So went back with him, and that kind of motivated me to take it to the next level for myself. And I hadn't competed or anything like that. So
right, you were just still getting into it and stuff. Right.
And so then trained with him for 6 months, trained with him, Tom, and that whole crew, and we ended up driving down to Arkansas for my first powerlifting meet. And it was just like the best time in the world, because we were in this, it was like 10 of us packed in this van, and we did the math, and the suspension couldn't handle us. It couldn't handle our body weights alone, and we had our body weights plus all our luggage.
Holy shit. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, and we thought the car was breaking down, because every time we went over the slightest bump, it would just smack so hard at the bottom. Now it's like Tom had to end up jacking up the truck and putting a new suspension on it afterwards, because we murdered it. But it was really fun because we drove all the way to Arkansas. This was just a local SBF meet at this local gym for them. It wasn't like a big meet, but Logan Chapman was there, and I don't know if you've heard of him.
But I heard the name before, yeah.
At the time, he hit a 2,400 pound total, and it was like number 2 all time in sleeves. And that was my first powerlifting meet to go to. And then my buddy Logan's totaling 2,175. So like my first meet, I'm seeing guys squat 800 pounds, 900 pounds, bench 500 plus, pull 800. I'm like, this is, and the energy was crazy. One of my before my last attempt, one of the guys that I was training with, his deadlift attempt was before mine. And like for us getting pumped up, we like headbutted each other. And I was like, this is the craziest energy I've ever felt in my life. And like, I just got addicted to it. And then it was fun, because then after, you hang out, everyone's chilling, having fun. But I just never went to anything that was just like, it was such a good community, and it was so intense at the same time. And I got to see like all these crazy acts of strength, that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, man. That the powerlifting world is pretty crazy. Is that you see shit that you never seen before, or you didn't think it was possible. And when you meet people, they're crazy. They got a loose screw, but when you meet them, once they're done with their little powerlifting, you get to meet them as a person. There's some dope ass people in the community where they got some dickheads too. Don't get me wrong, but when you meet some cool dope ass people, you be like, man, these some cool ass people. I can work out with them and shit like that. And it kind of changed your perspective, and kind of changed your like, damn, I can actually do this, for a long ass time until, before we get old or whatever, and we slow down. But
it's like one of the only sports too where like you can go out and get dinner with the guy that you like the night before that you're going to go compete with at the, the highest level that you can the next day. Yeah. And like with this East Texas barbell meet that I'm going to, like there's this guy Chris there, and Chris, John, and Jesse, and like I love competing with them. They're great guys, but I just want to beat the shit out of them so bad. Like if John posts like a 700-pound squat, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. In my head, I was like, oh, I wish it fucking break his knees.
Oh,
I can't wait to take. Like, I want it to happen on the platform so I could beat him in competition.
Yeah, that's so. But it's good it's good competition. It's good competition. You know, it's the love of the sport and stuff like that, man. And so what other things, like basically like your mindset? What keeps you like positive in situations like, you know, life and training and just being Daniel?
Honestly, it's just, you know, I'm lucky to have 2 feet. I'm not in a wheelchair. You know, I'm not wheelchair bound like that. You know, I when I was in high school, I was not in a like any sort of like disabled program, but like I just hung out with a lot of kids that needed extra help, and like it was cool. I used to take them to work out with me, and I just saw how much fun they had working out. That like in my mind, like the fact that I can work out at all,
right,
is like that's what I love to do. The fact that I get to wake up, lift, and then push myself, and like the other thing too is like it's okay to be nervous for all these big lifts. Like you feel alive.
Yeah.
And then when you get under it and you hit it, like not a lot of people, you know, like feel that feeling of like absolute fear and then go out and conquer it.
Damn.
So like that's what I like. I like the fact that I can push myself. Like I'm a big UFC guy too. So like seeing those guys do it, I'm like, man, I can get under a squat bar and fight this weight. You know, no one's kicking me in the head.
Right.
It's just, it's just fun. It's also just the intensity of it. Like I've always been an aggressive, intense person. Not like, I'd say I channel it through the powerlifting, but before I powerlifted, like I said, I go through partying and stuff. But no, just I'm just happy to be alive and doing what I'm doing. You know, I set myself in a position where even my job, like I'm able to work the hours to where I can make sure I train every day the way I want to. So everything, you know, is right now geared towards the training, and I love it. You know, it's powerlifting's also one of the only sports where you can train to be the best, and it only takes like the training itself takes 2 hours out of the day. Yeah. Like if you want to be a triathlete, you want to be a football player, you're spending a lot more time training than what we are. And you know, the nutrition for any sort of athlete is 24/7. Right. So no matter what, if you want to be an athlete, you got to have your food down.
Yeah, food down, and especially the recovery too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely gotta have the recovery. I was seeing a couple of y'all going to Coastal. Like
Coastal
chiropractor.
Yeah, Coastal chiropractor. Yeah, that's he actually comes. I use him because him and Logan have a really good relationship, because a lot of Logan's clients go to him, and he's actually there at the meet. So this last meet when I totaled 1802, I was having a lot of issues with my lower back and hips, and after my squat, I got on the table, and man, I didn't think I was going to be able to deadlift. He got it to where I was feeling good enough to deadlift between attempts. I was going to the table, and he was helping me out. So shout out to Coastal Chiropractor, because man, they hooked it up the day of the meet.
Yeah. So you think would you recommend me to go check them out and stuff?
Yeah, if you're having any sort of injuries or anything like that, I definitely recommend them.
Okay.
And
because I'm looking for some people right now, because I got my coach. He's a chiropractor too, but he kind of messed it up. He kind of messed up the days, because he normally used to do it on the weekends, and I would be like, oh, I'm off on Fridays. You know, I work Monday through Thursday at the plant, and I'm like, okay, I can go Friday, do my do my recovery and do my training and stuff like that. But he only now he changed it up where he just do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then he goes back home to Kinder, Louisiana. So I'm like, fuck.
You ain't driving out there.
No, I'm not driving out there to get treated. Nah, but so now I was like, damn, now I got to find a new home to. But I seen y'all now. I seen Coastal do really good work. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to check them out, because I do need a new training. I need a new recovery place where I can go and get treatment on.
Even Kyle do recovery. Have you heard of that? I go to Kyle a lot too. So with chiropractor Coastal, like if I have an injury, I'll go to them. And also I've heard they do good shock therapy. Logan does that too. But
shock therapy, what is that?
It's like they take You know, like what they do ultrasounds with?
Yeah.
It looks something like that without the gel, but it's like it's electricity that goes through you. So I guess it stimulates everything.
And that's another way of recovery.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I also go to Kyle Do a lot just because he's a friend of mine, but he's also a power lifter too.
Okay.
And so he knows how to so say my hips aren't feeling good, my lower back's not feeling good, and it's a Saturday, and that Monday I have to squat. So I don't need to get too I don't want him to loosen me up too much. Where it hinders me, but I want him to make sure I feel good. Like he knows that sweet spot of how to get you ready for your next lifts as well.
I'm gonna have to get the information from you. Yeah, because I need somebody like that, because these trainings, boy, I'm slowly getting back into it, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm beat to hell. And I got my does he do deep tissue massage? And stuff?
Oh yeah. I'm crying every time I'm there. I'm a sissy.
Okay, I like pain like that, because I got to find the right massage masseuse or whatever you want to call them. And I went to a couple of massage places with my wife, and to be all romantic, and we massaging next to each other, and
got the people walking on you with
no, they're not even walking on me. They just like pity patting on my back. They like they just pat drum. Yeah, they're just patting my back. Oh, you like that, sir? You like that? Like I'm not feeling nothing, and I'm still feeling the same way I came in. And I'm walking out, I'm like, I still feel like shit now.
And you spend twice as much.
Yeah, and they throw rose petals in your face, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they're giving you champagne. You're like, I don't need champagne.
I need some treatment.
Yeah, I need some treatment. Give me an IV.
Yeah, something. God damn.
I'm not here to get my toes done.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But no, I'm definitely gonna get the information for it, because I do need a new home for recovery.
Even Roman, I like how they have the massage chairs, the compression, they have it's like a diaper that you put around your hips. Huh? You know those leg sleeves that you put on your legs?
Oh, yeah.
So they have one of those, but it's for your hips.
Oh, shit.
So I'll go there on the days I'm not training, and I'll do the hip compression I'll do the hip compression, the leg compression. I'll do the hip for 30, the leg for 30. Then I'll sit in the sauna for 30 minutes. And then if I'm not doing that, I'll actually go to Logan's, go to his apartment, because the pool there is freezing cold right now. So we'll do 3 minutes in the cold, and then we'll do 10 in the hot, and we'll do 3 rounds of that.
Okay.
So I had to start implementing those on my recovery days, because
and has it been helping you out?
Yeah. So before, my body was just getting beat up from because jailhouses got me on this insane amount of I've never done this much volume in training before. I've never done back down sets. I always would hit a top set, and that'd be it. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever done back downs. They never feel good either. They're always horrible.
Yeah, man, back down suck. Volume sucks. I hate volume.
Yeah.
Oh man, that shit sucks ass.
But the thing is though, it's crazy because with him, before I squatted 690, the heaviest I'd gone was 560 for a double in sleeves. But it was just because he had me doing so much volume that my body was prepared.
Damn.
To do that, and I don't know how. So, but I because the amount of volume, I was having issues with recovery. My right pec always felt like it was going to tear. My hips were out of place, and then the first thing I wanted to do was email him and be like, hey, you need to cut down the volume.
Yeah,
but then I found
we need to make some adjustments.
Yeah, but then I found my balls, and I was just like, okay, I need to look at how I'm setting up my recovery, because one thing I was doing was I was training. So he has it to where I do a heavy upper, heavy lower, then I do a light upper, and then another heavy lower, and that would be a deadlift variation, and the first one would be a squat variation. And what I was doing is I was doing those first 2 days back to back, rest, and then do those second 2 days back to back, and then rest 2 days. And I wasn't recovering well from that at all. So wow. I put in the I would do Sunday rest, then I would do Monday the heavy upper, then rest, then the heavy lower, and then rest, then the light upper, and then do the light upper, then the secondary heavy leg the heavier leg movement the second day after that, and just adding that extra day of recovery between those heavy days changed all that.
Hell yeah.
Because I didn't need at the end of the week 2 days to get ready for the next one. I just need like, because you're switching up. So it'd be like my lower body, I hit my lower body, so I could take a day off and then hit my upper body heavy again, maybe the next day. But I can't do them back to back. Like I need a day.
Yeah, I think that's how I am. I'm that shit, man. I only work out like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And it works for me. Some odd reason it works, and that's why my numbers be growing like crazy. And they were like, man, how are you doing it, man? How is this possible? And shit like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. And and I work in the plants, and I work 12 hours. Then I take some pre-workout and go and do crazy numbers and stuff like that. And I'm not looking to be like, I want to be the best, but I'm not looking to be the best. I kind of look at my mindset in a different way, but.
Yeah, it's weird. When you don't work out, so like everyone thinks you need to work out more. It's like if you're building strength, it's good to have those extra rest days. So I don't work out 2 days in a row. Oh yeah, anymore.
Yeah. Because that back to back, that's kind of jacked you up. I tried to do that back to back stuff, but it didn't. When I was younger, it worked.
Yeah,
but now that I'm getting older, it's like, okay, I need to go hard in the paint Monday, take off. Rest on the Tuesday, then go hard again.
Exactly.
And do it like how you set it up. And it works for me like that too.
Yeah. And I had to make that adjustment because like I said, I was ready to tell them like, we got to drop the volume. We got to do something.
But once you made the recovery adjustments, then it worked out fine.
It worked out perfect. It only took like a week for me to start feeling better again. And I mean, it's like I was thinking, you always want to blame someone else if something's wrong. It's hard to blame yourself, and that's what I had to look at. It's like, maybe it's kind of stupid. And then I also looked at my nutrition as well because I was strict during the week, and then the weekends I would kind of take off from my nutrition. So then it was like, okay, no cheats. Take away the cheats. I'll do like if I have like a heavy squat on Monday, Sunday night I'll have like a bigger meal.
Right.
But other than that, like I'm just not throwing them in. I'm throwing them in when they're necessary. I'm figuring out that I'm only doing things that are absolutely necessary for my training.
Okay. Damn. That's what's up, man. And then with all that happening, that keeps you in a good state of mind, keep you positive, keep you going, keep you happy, and just having that good mindset to finish out the prep or the training or whatever you're doing in a positive outlook.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about powerlifting. You're always preparing for a date. You always have, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, I'm competing March 16th. So, I have to make sure I'm doing everything right. So when March 16th comes, I feel great. Right. I'm like, whatever happens. It's like, it'd be different if, I was skipping training days and stuff. Then you show up to the meet and you're like,
I don't know.
You kind of, and then you do bad. It's like, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah, no, that is true because you was kind of half-assing your prep and stuff, and now you like that's kind of how I felt, when I went to Georgia, because I was like, I feel good in prep. I get to the meet, I had that little shindig happen with the sickness, and I'm like, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm in limbo right now because I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, but. Everybody was telling me to quit. They was like, "Man, let's just go back home. Let's just drive drive the 13 hours back home." And I was just like, "Nah, man. Like, we here. It might as well. If I die, I die. Or if I pass out, I pass out."
It's like for me the one person I don't want to disappoint is myself. Yeah, because you live with it.
Yeah, you do.
That's why I haven't skipped a training day. I haven't skipped a meal, nothing in years. Because if my coach writes down a program, I gotta complete it. Like, there's no way I'm not gonna hit any single thing. Because then say when I went to squat my 690 and it didn't go up, and then he's asking me what's going wrong. I don't want to tell him that. Oh well, 2 weeks ago you told me to do a set of 10, and I really did a set of 8. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like. It's the little things like that. So I've just been luckily I've been OCD enough to where, like, if my coach or someone tells me to do something, I'm a dog. I'm just going to do it. Cause if thing is, I hired him because he's got all these world record holders. He's got all these big benchers.
Right.
So who am I to say, oh, I need to cut my volume down? You don't tell your sensei what to do.
No.
He tells you what to do. So that's why I just, like I said, I just shut up and I do what I got to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And that is crazy. Yeah, it does take the little things to get to where you're trying to get to in training. And it's taken me a little while to get back into it, because after the holidays and stuff, you're trying to bounce back into training and stuff like that. So I'm like kind of working into just trying to get the motion back, get the training back running. And it's not taking forever, but it's
get the right routine in.
Yeah, get the right routine in. Get the new recovery spot into check. I got to get back in my routine of recovery, the training, but I'm slowly getting back into it. And at the same time, like I told you, with making the adjustments with the power bar. And that's a whole new, that's a whole another level right there. I'm like, holy shit, how the fuck they doing it?
They're getting too many bars in powerlifting. We got the straight bar, we have the deadlift bar, we have the kombucha bar,
the squat bar. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking bars.
Yeah, the squat bar I'm using this meet's a 65-pound bar. It's longer, so I like it, but it's like before I was using a 55. They're just adding bars.
Yeah, man. So that I got to get used to that power bar, and I'm like, I'm gonna embrace the suck and deal with it. It sucks right now, but I'm like, once my body gets adjusted and I make the adjustment and I get the feel and I'm like, oh, I got my power back, then you
got a while to your competition.
Yeah, so I got like 20 weeks. So yeah, we got time. So by that time, I should be like beasting it through with the power bar and this ain't shit no more and all that other stuff. But other than that, man.
Deadlift has always been my worst lift.
Which one?
Deadlift.
Oh, deadlift?
Yeah. I got short arms, a long torso. I've tried everything. I mean,
squat. I think squats is not my lingo. I like squats, but I'm trying to. It's difficult for me too.
Bench used to be my only good lift, and then, like I said, it stalled for 3 years. But then my squat's just been going up tremendously, and my deadlift has just stayed the same. I'll get bigger, everything else will go up, and just the deadlift's the same disappointment. It just
goes to shit.
Yeah, even my coach right now, he's like, we're gonna ride this, we're gonna ride you your squat increase. We're just gonna keep riding that because it'll get your total up. And then for my deadlift, he just kind of for the week, he's like, pull whatever you feels good. He's just like, we just gotta get you to the meet, just pull something, but where your squats are priority right now.
Yeah, damn, yeah. That at least he knows that, hey, we know your deadlifts is shit, but we're gonna focus on the squat and bench right now.
And also, with our sport, it's hard for all three of them to go up all at the same time. It happens at the beginning, and that's what you see. That's what kind of weans people out of it, because a lot of people they get into powerlifting, they're like, oh, I'm gonna total 2K, do all this, and then it's as soon as they're done, people don't understand too, is once you're done with your competition, you peaked. So you're going to get a little weaker after. Your body can't sustain that forever. So it's dealing with that sort of mental, going from, this last meet, I squatted 683. And then after that, I didn't touch 500 pounds for maybe 4 or 5 months. It was just 400 pounds for lots of reps. And it feels horrible. So the whole time you're like, 400 feels horrible. What's going to happen when I put 700
Right. God damn. Yeah, man. This is... Yeah, man. Yeah, because you're putting your body through a lot of stress, and the stressors in your body is going fucking haywire. Mm-hmm. It just pew, 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 and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? But you're dealing with hey, just a little bit longer. We're almost to the meet, and once you get to the meet, and you do it, and then everything just once your meet is over with, and after you're done your numbers and you feel good, it's your body just a big ass shot, just pew.
Yeah. Exactly. You just, because you beat the shit out of it. I'll get tired and I'll feel like I got hit by a truck after a heavy squat day, and then on the meet I'm doing 3 heavy squats,
right?
3 heavy benches, 3 heavy deadlifts, or at least attempting them. It's a lot of strain to do that all in one day. And then, like you said, after the meet, you can't just max out like that all the time.
Nah, man.
You're not going to keep your strength.
You basically just go back to square one and just start, find a good number, do 400-pound squat, maybe like a 300 bench, and then deadlift probably like 5, and then just do that repetition until your body feels back normal, and then when you feel ready to do a peak again or to prepare or prep for a competition, then you start doing that. You do that cycle all
build
over
up the work capacity in the off season, so that whenever it's time to put in the work for the prep, you're actually recovering better. That's what I found. It's like you get like in good cardio shape in the off season, where your reps are up and everything. Instead of doing sets of 1, you're doing sets of 10, sets of 5, stuff like that. So then by the time you're doing sets of 1, you're in shape for it. You're able to recover between sets so you can get it done. But
yeah, man. Yeah, but so once you do that, man, you get that big shutdown. You drink beers, you get some good food with your friends and family, and that's it. And then you go back to square one.
Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, but I always got beer out. After every meet. As soon as that final deadlift's done, I'm popping a bottle or a top or something. Cause
I can't do it, man. Because I try to do things after the meet, but my body is so drained. I like take a shower, get in the bed, and I'm like passed out.
Oh, I sleep. Trust me, I fall asleep. me getting drunk and acting wild. No,
because everybody wants to go do. Hey, let's go to the restaurant and eat something. Let's meet at 7:30. Everybody get comfortable and let's meet up. I'm like, oh, okay. And I get dressed and get showered, and I'm like, and then out of nowhere, some big wave of you're tired. You're not going nowhere. Get to the bed, and I'm like, oh. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going nowhere, y'all. I see y'all tomorrow. And that's it, man. And, once I wake up, I feel refreshed, but I still feel like shit. But it's a good feeling. It's a good in-betweener.
You feel like shit, but you're like, I got it done. I showed up. I put all this work into it. I don't,
Our pain tolerance is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like we put our body through a lot of pain.
This last prep, I couldn't sit properly because I was having shocks because my back was so compressed that my legs were shocking the whole time, and I was sitting there. We were on our way to the meet.
Yeah,
we were just driving 15 minutes, and like every bump we hit, I would get a shock, and I was just like, I do not know how I'm gonna do this.
Right.
And then even like after the meet, it was I took my girlfriend out. We went to we went to some wine, like the wine hill country of Texas, whatever. I got us a house because I was such a jackass during prep that I was like, baby, this is for you. I got us.
Right.
And so I hadn't gotten under anything heavy in like a week or so. And I'm on the couch and I'm just kind of spreading out, and my lower back is from where my hip is connecting, just like starts popping. When I'm pulling it apart, I was like, man, that was stuck for like 6 months.
Oh, shit.
The whole prep was just, my back was stuck.
Oh, man. And I know you have to go to your homeboy to get that adjusted.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. So how's your lifestyle? How's everything like life-wise?
Life-wise, it's good, man. I've been working for the same company now for 2 years. I do valet, I'm a valet manager. I manage 2 properties in the downtown area. So it's nice too, because I have an assistant manager as well. And my guys are honestly awesome. So I'm able to, make sure everything's in check and everything, but also it gives me a lot of time to make sure that I'm getting the right sleep, the right nutrition. And I mean, I've kind of geared my life to where everything revolves around powerlifting, honestly. Like I get paid like I work, 50, 60 hours a week, but I'm only working 20 hours a week because it's remote, and it's not at the same time where I have to be at the properties and everything, making sure everything's right. But I just have to check in with my clients and make sure they're happy. I just need to make sure that all my guys are in uniform. So I can, like, me going to work sometimes can just maybe take an hour or two just to check on things. And then I go home, because everything, my bosses, they don't share an office with me or anything. So as long as I'm sending in the reports and the accounting and everything looks good,
they're chilled.
I'm chill.
Okay.
So I'm able to take care of that. I got a dog at home. It's like my son. He's a little husky. I live with my girlfriend right now. We got a nice house behind NASA.
Oh, shit.
I mean, so yeah, it's like a nice foresty area. I love, wake up, go on walks with the dog, or just hang out with him in the backyard, get some sun, eat, do a little bit of work, eat. sleep, rest. Like I'm able to take a nap every day before training. Like
Damn.
I've geared everything to where I can just get as strong as possible. I've watched way too many animes as a kid to be like, I'm not gonna try to like. I don't care if I am the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
I would just hate if I didn't try my hardest to be the strongest. So like every day it's just, what can I do to get stronger? Every day I'm just trying to be positive. Like I said, the end goal doesn't matter. It's the process that I'm enjoying.
Okay, damn, that's what's up. So basically, your mindset is just focus on you to get stronger. You don't worry about nobody else or anything. Like
I worry about my family. Like I worry about my girlfriend and my dog and my mom and dad and everything. But other than that, like
when it comes to powerlifting, you don't think about, you just think about you when it comes to powerlifting. Yeah, that's kind of how I think they was like. People was like comparing me to fucking Jesus Oliveras. I'm like, bro, I'm not that dude. That's a whole nother man. I like whatever I'm doing is working. He's been doing it for like years. I don't know how long he's been doing it, but that man lifting like 1,000 pounds.
Him and Dan Bell are doing some stuff that's just unreal. But Dan Bell, are you familiar with Dan Bell? Jesus took his record in sleeves, but Dan Bell still has a 2,600 pound total in reps, and he's got, I'm pretty sure, a similar schedule to you, where he's like working in the plants and everything too, and he's still able to do that.
Yeah, but I do, man. But I'm like, don't compare. I don't like people comparing me to other powerlifters. I know I'm strong, but I'm not like crazy strong like that. I know I can get there, but it's gonna take some time to get there.
You're you.
Yeah, I'm you. I'm me, and you're yourself, and everybody has their own powerlifting journey they go through. So I'm not really worrying about, I gotta catch up to Jesus Alvarez. I'm gonna get there, but I'm not gonna get there how the pace he's getting there. So everybody has their own their own valleys and hills they have to get through to, and he's at a good place. He's at a damn good place. Yeah, he's like the damn GOAT for powerlifting right now.
And it is a thing where like in powerlifting, like you said, everyone's got their own journey and everything, but also like you have a lot of these you'll see people post like, oh, this guy's 17 and he squatted 800 pounds. He's going to be the next big thing. It's like, how long is he going to stay? And that's why, like you said, it's like, I don't like to compare to anything, because at the same time, like my journey was different. Like you see guys like Derek Thistleway, like, dude, when he started powerlifting, like touching it, he was breaking records right away. Like he was able to do really young and all that stuff. That's not me. Right. I wish, like, I'm older than him, and he's got my total beat by like 400 pounds. But it's the other thing is like Stan Efferding. Like I think of him, like he hit a 2,300 pound total, which was a world record at the time, I think at 38.
Yeah.
So with our sport, it really just like, if you're consistent and you keep training to get stronger and you're doing all the right things, you can ride this up until your 30s and 40s and still get stronger.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's all. Like I said, I'm just worried about me getting stronger every day and getting closer. Like first goal, I'm just going to 2K. Then once I hit 2K, then it's like, all right, I got to hit all time top 20 and something. Then, you go from there.
Right. Yeah. That's the mindset I have. I just kind of, my goal is to hit 2K, and have a good big, try to be a big bencher, and I'm already a decent heavy squatter, 7 something, but I want to try to get my deadlift to like 8.
Yeah.
And then try to get my bench to like touching 5 one time.
I think you're close to the 5. All those numbers. What are you at right now? Best competition numbers?
My competition numbers, I got 705. 705 on squat.
Okay.
463 on bench, and then 744 on deadlift.
I think the bench is going to come pretty quick for you, because I've told you a bunch. No one's got 24-inch arms without flexing or without a pump besides you.
No, man. Yeah, man. Everybody, I don't know, man. Everybody like googly eyes for my arms and shit. Like everywhere I go, they're like, hey, man. And then like
everyone starts touching you.
It's all weird. Yeah, it's weird, man. And my wife, she's not jealous, but she's like, why everybody touching your arms? Everybody just like go crazy for your arms, because you like. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, they're just normal arms. So it's like, no, man. I mean, I wish I had arms like that. I'll be taking on the world. I'm like,
you're like, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna start taking on the world.
Yeah, I had one dude talking about like, hey, man, can I what he said? Can I eBay them arms? Can I buy them on eBay? What the fuck you talk eBay? Like yeah, like how they do SpongeBob when he had the fake arm. Y'all say no, man. This is just a natural thing, man. Like, oh man, I wouldn't fuck with you, man. You might knock my ass out. Like,
that's the one I never like. When someone's like, man, I wouldn't mess with you. It's like, I don't mess with anyone.
Yeah.
Why would anyone mess with anyone? I'm like, you see the UFC guys, they don't look like me.
Yeah.
They don't like, this is a facade.
Yeah. I keep to myself, man, and I kind of like it. You know, I keep to myself, but. It's just like it's some odd reason for people. It's like automatic, like they don't fuck with you. They all nice to you, like, hey Daniel, how you doing, man? You want something to drink? You good? You happy? You all right? You're like, yeah, man. I'm just doing my work and typing.
It's like, what am I gonna beat you up?
I'm gonna take your lunch money. Like, no, man. Like I'm doing the good. You know, I'm doing good. I'm having a good time and shit like that. But no, everywhere I go, man. You know, me and my wife be chilling and. It might be a woman or a guy, and they be like, "Oh man, I love your arms," and blah blah blah. Man, how do you get that? Especially my wife think I attract a lot of white women to my arms because I don't know if they like black dudes or whatever, but they.
I think white girls like big black guys. I think that's I think that's a new thing now, and you're the biggest.
Yeah, because they just talk to me and then they like try to get a free fill. Like, oh my god, they're like, oh my god, so definition. And my wife's like right there, like, hey bitch, you gotta stop. I'm like, see, and then she tell me like, oh that bitch was flirting with you and all. I'm like, I'm when it comes to like people flirting with me, that shit goes over my head. So I don't even know. I think you having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
And they be like, oh, she was just flirting with you, man. She was trying to get you in the bedroom. Like, oh, she was? I thought she was need help with something.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, man, it's just like people, I don't really think about it. I don't think about the stats or my strength or whatever. I just do what I love, you know?
I do think when you are a bigger guy though, you stick out a little more in the room. Like, like even when I'm with my boss or my clients, like if we just go to like the Minute Maid because we got some Astro tickets, like the security guard's like, why aren't you doing my job?
So he basically just give his job away.
Exactly. It's like, you know what? You're right, dude. I didn't want to go to the game. Just give me your vest here. You take the ticket. I'm going to do this.
I'm gonna hold the door down.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're not qualified for this.
It's just like, what?
Are you the manager? Get me the manager.
You know what? Give me your shirt. Come on. I'm security now. First day on the job.
Yeah, even I worked at a hotel before, and it was on the seawall, the San Luis. You know, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's got a lot of activity. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes the security guards will be like, "Hey, Dan, we need your help." I'm like, "Bro, I'm valet."
Like I'm straight valet, bro.
I'm the valet manager.
Yeah, man. You want me to do security work? You're going to have to bump my pay up, man.
And then one time, because it got crazy there, so this allegedly happened, but like one time a security guard was getting beat up and they were like, and like I radioed for like security and the cops to come because our radio's connected to GPD. So I'm radioing them and like, why didn't you do anything about it? I was like, I'm not GPD. I'm not security. The guy ended up having a what? I'm gonna get tased.
That's crazy. They were like, you should have done something. No, that's not my job.
I gotta go home.
You see that security guy on the ground? Like, you know,
I don't want to join him.
No, he got his ass whooped. Yeah. Like, no, bro, hell no. You know, they be doing some shit, you know, try to get me like, hey, hurt, come on, do this and that. Like, no, man, I'm not, you know, like at work and shit at the plants, they made me try to lift heavy shit.
Yeah, every time they get a heavy package, you're like, where's Herc?
Yeah, where's Herc, man? Like, and they're like, hey, can you lift that and take that to the warehouse? I'm like, I'm not straining my back for y'all.
Because that's the mentality. It's like, you know how fatigued I got a heavy squat later.
Yeah, I got to go to work out after this. Yeah. Like, I'm not about to strain my back and then now I'm fucked. No.
I'm going to sit here, watch these monitors, and then you're going to have whoever the hell else is their job to do it.
You better get a forklift over here and then take that bitch to the warehouse.
I'm not getting tired for this.
No, not at all, man. It just it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's funny at the same time. Getting the reactions of people, seeing a bigger person.
Yeah, it's also nice too. Like I'll have like kids come up to me, and it's nice to like actually give them good advice, stuff like that. Like it's got its things, and you're like, yeah, okay. Every now and then someone makes a joke, but at the same time, I think a lot more people were like, I think more positively. So like a lot more people probably look at you like, okay, like I could do something like that. Like it could be inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All this stuff can be very inspiring and stuff like that. But you get the other people, who don't know you and they see you from a distance. It's like you're big. They like, oh man, he looked menacing. Like he might be a fucking asshole. And then when you get to talking to you, like, oh, he was really cool. He's a gentle giant or some shit like that. Like he happy, he's smiling and shit like that. Like, yeah, if you talk to me, I'm pretty cool to talk to. I'm not going to like, cause when no one's talking to you, you just kind of sit there with your arms folded with the bitch face on
resting bitch face.
Yeah, resting bitch face. You just kind of just there chilling. They're like, oh man, that dude look like a fucking monster.
Yeah, and even like I don't think a lot of people realize it's like, man, I'm just like kind of maybe there's something screw loose. Like if you're not talking about weightlifting, anime, or UFC, like I'm probably not going to say anything. So that's why I'm not talking. Like you guys are talking about like finances, timeshares, whatever, and I'm like, man, when's the next episode of Solo Leveling coming out?
Right.
When's the next One Piece manga coming out? You know? Like,
yeah, you think about some other shit.
Who's fighting at UFC 300?
Right. No, but speaking of anime, what got you into being a big anime head?
Do you remember Toonami or Adult Swim?
Man, that's my shit.
That's what I'm saying. So like the edits that they did were so inspiring in Toonami, like because like every kid's a little lost. Mm-hmm. So you'd have this like Toonami ad with like Gohan beating the shit out of Cell, Yu Yu Hakusho, like he's using his spirit gun at someone, and then it's like all these other like Gundam Wing, and then the guy, it's like all those clips, and then it's the Toonami guy. He's like, a boy can dream. It's like, that kind of stuff. It's like a boy needs an adventure. And then it's like Goku beating the shit out of someone, and I'm just watching that. I'm like, I need an adventure.
Yeah.
I need to beat the shit out of Cell.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, Toonami was the shit, man. That was like the late night, like, I got to stay up and watch like Cowboy Bebop and all these other stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, it's the lifestyle we do now. Like you watching Dragon Ball Z growing up, like Goku tried to eat as much food as he could.
That boy was eat.
He tried to train as much as he could.
Oh shit!
And he was thankful for everything. He was the nice, you know what I'm saying?
But he was stronger than the motherfucker.
Exactly. It's because he enjoyed the process. So I was like understanding that as a kid, and then like when I finally was able to like apply that to powerlifting, it just blew up, and I was like, I'm gonna do this forever. I'm the protagonist of my anime.
Right. I never thought about it like that. Yeah. He did. He was kind of like a power lifter.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
he was eating.
And he wanted to train. Like, oh, you're the best? It's like, I want to compete with the best. It's like him. I just want to compete and get better, train, eat, sleep. Shit. God. Right? Vegeta too. Like, and then you have like Vegeta, who he's watching Goku do all this, and then he's got his own style and his own philosophies. And then you get that, you're like, oh, this is. And then like when he kills himself after the whole Majin Buu thing, you're like, this is insane. You're like, I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, what are these emotions? I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, I had to watch it again when I was like 20 to actually understand what was going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a lot going to the Dragon Ball Z series and stuff, and it's just like, man, yeah, man. I don't consider myself a big anime head. I know I watch like Dragon Ball Z, like Cowboy Bebop, and Ronnie Kenshin. I think.
Ronnie Kenshin.
Yeah, Ronnie
Kenshin. That's a good one.
Yeah, Metal Gear. Full
Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's a great one. That one's a really good one.
That was a damn roller coaster. It was like intense, then it was sad, then it was like great, and then it was like oh man, and then his brother was like a soulless a metal robot or something. I'm like, what the fuck? This is your brother? Like, I was like, bro, this is a lot. And then yeah, it's just a lot. But I watch a few anime stuff. I think I watch Lupin. I forgot it. It's a lot of different.
There's so many. That's why I like him. Is I studied film in high school, so like I can kind of like tell how movies are going to end or how TV series go, where like I can see the acting and actors. So the anime, there's no acting.
No.
They can do whatever they want with it, make
they
whatever world they want. And like when I watch TV, I know it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I know it's fake. So with the anime, no one's fooling me. It's just it's a cartoon.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anime is a whole different world, but it's like it's good shit. Like, you know, sports anime, fighting anime, lifestyle anime, just a whole shit ton of anime.
It's the way that, I don't know if it's like how the Japanese do it or whatever. It's just the way they interpret life that like I enjoy. They're very about like being disciplined and all that, and like the characters like Zoro, Sanji, Luffy, and One Piece. They're all like, you know, happy-go-lucky guys, but they're also extremely disciplined. They don't miss anything. They want to help everyone out. It's like it's very positive.
Right. Yeah, man. That's some crazy stuff, man. And yeah, anime is a good little situation to get you. You know, if you're just trying to get some stuff out the way, just to watch. You know,
even like before every prep, I try to find the right anime or manga to watch leading into the prep to kind of get me ready. So I don't know if have you heard of Berserk?
Berserk. Mm-mm.
So it's like very raw, very grungy manga. Like it's like Lord of the Rings on steroids, if I were to say. And like there's this one chapter, it's the eclipse, and like I was reading it all before the prep, and like this guy just goes through a lot, and I can't talk about it on this because it's real grungy, and I want people to watch it.
Right.
But to put in perspective, like after you read volume 13, you want to shave your head.
Oh wow.
And like just start over, and that happened like right before my last prep, so I was like mentally I was like, I'm ready to die out there.
God damn.
And so this one right now, what I'm reading going into this one is Vagabond, and it's actually a nonfiction of Miyamoto Musashi. Do you know who Miyamoto Musashi is?
No, I'm not
so
too sure.
He's a Ronin. He was like one of the first Ronin samurais, which means a samurai that doesn't have a master. And he was, I believe, 57-0, or it could be, I could be incorrect on this, in one-on-one sword combat.
Right.
Like never been defeated or anything, but he was also an artist, an author, and all this stuff. He wrote the book on Five Rings. There's a lot of strategy books. The Art of War, the concept of that was taken from Miyamoto Musashi. So like I'm reading that one right now, and it gives you like little tidbits, like you'll read the manga, and he's like, why can't I get stronger at sword fighting?
Right.
And his master will tell him, like, if you're focused on a single leaf, you'll miss the entire forest.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's like you can't like be stuck on one problem. You got to look at everything as a whole. So it's just like, I'll like read that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill this squat next week.
So basically, you use anime to get you prepared for the competition.
If I need something extra, yeah, I try to get myself prepared in different ways. But I'll try to use whatever I can to get myself going, because like I said, every day I'll do it no matter what. But if I can find something to help me out to make sure that every rep gets done and that my head's, because the other thing is like your head's got to be in the right spot, because you got to do your reps clean.
Right.
You're not half-assing anything. So like
you can't half-ass it.
I'll use that. So yeah, I'll try to get inspired through anime.
Okay.
But I feel like it's easy too. Like I feel like there's almost like a weightlifting culture now with anime that's kind of sprung up in the last year or so.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people wearing like Naruto headbands and stuff.
Exactly,
and shit.
like all these pump covers.
Yeah, covers, or wearing like the onesies and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
I saw one dude at Vegas. He was wearing like a Vegeta singlet.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. I like that Vegeta, man. That Dragon Ball Z in my life, man. I got to wear one. And I think one dude, he had a Vegeta one, and then they had like another dude on another platform. He had like a Goku.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, so I see the anime, and like some people was wearing like the headband.
The Naruto ones, yeah.
I was like, what the hell? But it's slowly merging into the powerlifting world and stuff, and it kind of plays a good factor in the powerlifting world. And it lets people be themselves.
Yeah. And it's fun too, because I feel like there's a meme now that's going around. It's like, because like as a kid, everyone thought I was weird for watching it. Now it's kind of becoming cool. So it's like, oh, you see, I was never weird. It's like, no, you were still the kid picking your boogers and beating up the other kids in class. There's no excuse for that.
They will never let you forget that.
Yeah.
We know you like anime, but you still eating boogers in class.
Exactly. We didn't think you were weird from the anime. You still eat your boogers.
Oh man, well shit, Daniel, man, this is a damn good conversation, man. Would like to finish it off with a guest finisher, like to give our positivity or motivation to any of the listeners. Like, do you have any like advice or like good positivity advice?
I'd say start simple. So if you're really down, man, just going out for a walk, getting some sun, just do whatever you can and just take step forwards. Because everyone's alone. It's social media kind of makes things skewed to where everyone, you may look and think all these people live these lavish lives, but they don't, man. Just go out, have a nice walk, and enjoy your day. That's it. Life's a lot simpler than what people are trying to make it right now.
Yeah, they make it super, super complicated, but it's really not. It's really simple. But I think that's just a human instinct or a human habit that we have. Where, like, we got to be the best, do this, do that, and just make our life super perfect, but it's not.
Yeah, I think, like, Instagram makes things that should, like, if we didn't have Instagram, you wouldn't know who these people are. So why you're making it relevant when it shouldn't be relevant in your life? If that makes sense.
That does make sense. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, shit. Well, appreciate that, Daniel. Man, this is a good conversation. Had a good podcast that we banged out like an hour and 15.
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate it.
Yeah,
awesome.
it was going good, man.
Great. Had a good time.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate you for driving out here in the boonies and stuff, and I appreciate you welcoming them into my home. I damn near respect and love what you do as a person, as a powerlifter, as a family man, dog lover, and you and your girlfriend, y'all doing great things and stuff like that. And I just want to give you positive love and feedback and everything that you do, man.
You too, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. I gotta get Logan on here too and stuff. Oh, yeah. I gotta check out your gym too, the Logan's gym.
Yeah, come by, man. Come by whenever. Just shoot me a DM and you can come by whenever.
Okay, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. I gotta get the stuff for your guy friend for the massage and
yeah. I'll send you all that. No worries.
Yeah, man. But listeners, if you made it this far, appreciate y'all for listening. Appreciate y'all giving us your ears to listen. I hope you enjoyed the conversation like we enjoyed the conversation. And it's damn good, man. Like, we have good energy, good organic vibes, and it, nothing was forced. Nothing was forced at all. But I just want to let you know, now that's my wife walking in. Hello. Hello. We're done. But listeners, please be yourself. Please love and care for one another, and just stay positive and stay a caring person, and just be a good person in everything that you do. Until then, peace, love, and positivity. And we're out.
Peace.